Well, hello guys, welcome to today's test ride, and have I got something special for you all today. This is the 2017 Triumph Street Triple, but it's not just any 2017 Street Triple, this is the RS, so this is the fully loaded, top of the line new Street Triple. And if you've seen my previous videos, you'll know that I was a big fan of the 675 Street Triple. I went awfully close to buying one actually. And when I heard that there was a new 2017 model due for release, I got pretty excited. There is lots to talk about on this bike, and I feel like if I don't do it in some sort of order, I'm going to miss something. So I'm going to start at the front and work my way backwards. And hopefully that way I won't forget too many things. That's the first indication you get that it's the RS. You get the nice livery on the side there. First up, you'll notice this beautiful radially mounted Brembo braking system, and the tyres are shod in Pirelli's Super Corsa rubber. So that should give you some sort of idea what they're targeting with this bike. Super Corsas are the ultra soft, top of the line, like, you know, track day compound. So they obviously want people to use these bikes hard. This is the bit that's got a lot of people talking, the new engine. So you'll probably know the old Street Triple was a 675cc. They are now a 765cc. And I was reading up just beforehand, it makes about 13% more power, 16% more torque, something like that, which is always nice. I like that they've stuck with the nice short exhaust pipe. You can see it's got a great big collector on it, but it's well hidden, so it still gives it that nice sleek pipe look that you're used to from the old Street Triple. So that's what it sounds like at idle. Let's give you a feel for what it sounds like with a bit of a rev. That beautiful Triumph bark. And it just gets better the further you go back. You can probably see there you've got an Öhlins rear shock that's fully adjustable. And I'll try and get in close here so you can see. And the fronts are Showa. Apparently they're top of the line. Big piston items. So the suspension is top notch as well. Got a nice wide seat here with this tactile surface on it. Beautiful stitching. Triumph logo in the pillion seat, which looks really nice. You've got these bar end mirrors as standard, which I think look super cool as well. And then we get up front where things look particularly nice on the new Street Triple. I'll just give you a look at this dash. I want you to be able to see. So on the RS model, you've got this beautiful TFT display, and pretty much everything you see is adjustable. So you can see in the mode it's in, I've got the tacho across the top, speed, gear position indicator, and there's so many modes I almost don't know where to begin, but you can hit this home button here, and this gives you all these options on the dash, and then from there you can see I can select all my rider modes. I can play with the bike setup. There's just an endless list of options here that you can use. Obviously that's a lot of information to change on the move, so if you don't want to do that, you can also use this mode button on the left switch block, and when you press that, the dash updates with the modes down the bottom, and then you can use this same joystick button to choose your mode on the fly. So I'm going to go for sport mode, keep it there. In one of my last videos, folks were asking about Pillion Pegs, so I thought I might as well mention that as well. It does have a set. Like any bike in this segment, I think it's going to be a little bit cozy for a pillion, but they are there, and the seat, well, it's nice. So I think bum's going to be fine. It's just going to be legroom that's going to be the challenge as always. And of course, the styling has been updated on this one as well. You can see here they've redone the front end. They've gone for that modern rounded headlight look as opposed to the diamond look that they had with the old ones. And I think the updated styling just looks really good. I think the bike overall is a bit of a stunner. It's very impressive, and this gloss silver in the sunlight looks particularly good as well. So sorry that took a while, but there's a lot of new stuff on this new model, absolutely brand new for 2017. So I thought it was worthwhile taking the time to go over the bike in a bit of detail. And now I'm just going to get on there and give you the best impressions I can of what it's like to ride. I've had it on the highway to get it to here, and I'm enjoying it immensely so far. So let's get back on, keep riding it, and I'll tell you what I think of this new Street Triple RS beauty. Alrighty, let's do it. Street Triple 765 RS. Woohoo! I'm going to back off a bit here because I really want to enjoy this corner. Alright, first impressions. Well, I've just thought of a description for it. This might sound a bit silly, but it actually feels a bit like an old glove. And by that I mean it's so familiar. It's very easy to ride. It's crisp and accurate and precise. Yeah, I think that's a really good way to describe it. It's crisp and accurate and light. And it's a bit scary really because you just want to get on it and start going fast. This is a nice 90-degree corner. How does it feel through here? Lovely. I'm looking forward to doing that in reverse, coming back the other way. Alright, this is the end of the cul-de-sac here, so from a practicality point of view, I'm just going to see what it feels like to do a little gentle U-turn. So here we go. First gear, rear brake, turn it around. And here we go. No worries. So as with a lot of naked bikes, it helps that it's nice and upright and you've got nice leverage through the handlebars. It's always easier to turn one of these street bikes around than it is a sports bike. Oh wow, it's so smooth. So the bike has what they call a slip assist clutch, and it's so crisp and light through the lever. It obviously helps a lot. And what I noticed before, the first couple of down changes I tried to do, I kind of over revved it. But if I just changed down a gear, that was with no rev assist at all, the clutch is so smooth that you really don't need it. Slipper clutch just does its job perfectly. And I'm not sure if you can see, but I'm doing about 6,000 or 7,000 RPM now in second gear, and watch this acceleration. Absolutely insane. That is definitely more punch than the old 675, and it just feels like it wants to keep going as well, as opposed to kind of running out of steam a tiny bit at the top end. This thing just keeps pushing. So another thing to note about the controls is the throttle is electronically actuated as well, but they've obviously done a really good job of calibrating the fueling because it's so crisp. Like, there's no shudder. If I go down, like even at high RPMs in a short gear when you normally get a bit of it's it's smooth and crisp, and it just feels like exactly what I do is exactly what the engine does, you know what I mean? It's like, it's got that same connection to it as a cable operated throttle. It's beautiful. These are pretty smooth roads, so it's hard to comment on the ride quality, but so far so good. Feels perfectly acceptable. I assume, given that it's a sport bike, or has very sporty intentions, it's going to be biased towards a sportier ride, but it really doesn't feel like you're sacrificing any comfort because of it. It's really good, really well suited for road riding. While we're stopped here, another thing worth noting is that they're going to release this bike in an S and an R as well, with various levels of trim. So the S is going to be the base model, and the R is going to be the kind of intermediate model. And as I was saying at the top of the video, this is the RS, which is the fully loaded model. Top shelf tyres, top shelf suspension, quickshifter, TFT dash, the whole box and dice. And wow, just wow. So I'm trying to think, if you're in the market for, you know, a middleweight naked bike, I'm not even sure what else you're going to look at that's in the same league as this. I feel like the MT-09, well, it's updated for this year as well, so you never know, but I feel like it's got a lot of work to do to keep up with this. Holy smokes, this is a good bike. I'm going around this guy. Oh, that triple bark. This thing rips, man. This is so good. So it'll be nice to be able to do a bit of highway riding here as well, because I'll be able to give you a feel for the whole wind buffeting situation. So here we are, I'm doing 100 kilometers an hour, which is 60 miles per hour on the highway. And yeah, I'm definitely getting a bit of rustle. But I don't know, everything else is so comfortable. I just can't see how you'd get that tired on this thing. It's fine, it really is. I'm not exactly sure how the seating position compares to the old Street Triple, but I feel perfectly comfortable. If you've watched one of my other videos, you know I'm a very tall guy. I'm 6'6", and I don't have any issues at all on this bike. Legroom is good. My knees are not harshly bent. This is what I would call kind of all-day comfortable. I feel like you could ride this thing 5 or 6 hours, not have any issues with the comfort. Having said that, I can get the balls of my feet up on the pegs when I want to do more sporty cornering, and even then it's still very comfortable, so good news for tall riders, I would say. I wish I had a bit more time to take you over all the details of this bike, because there's a lot of information in the menus, a lot of nice little touches that just make this bike feel like worth the asking price, you know. The fact that the dash changes with each of the rider modes, I think, is especially cool. The chap at the dealership was telling me that this TFT display is also light sensitive. So you know the common complaint is often if you're in direct sunlight, all of a sudden you can't read your dash. Well, on this thing, it senses the light and adjusts the display accordingly. And I mean, I've only been on it for 20 minutes or so, but I can vouch for that. I haven't had any situation in the middle of the day with sunlight here where I haven't been able to read it. But yeah, if I had to summarize the best qualities of this new Street Triple, I don't think it's even the fact that you've got another, you know, 90 cc's and that 15% of extra power or whatever it is. I just like the fact that as a package, it's so like cohesive. All the parts just work together. The clutch is so smooth, like I was saying. The fueling is perfect. The ride is nice. Like, oh my God, it's just such a complete bike. And so I guess my message would be, this top of the line RS is going to be pretty pricey, but I would encourage you to try the S, because I'm pretty sure you're going to get all of that lovely mechanical stuff with the S. Just maybe you're going to miss out on a few bells and whistles, but I tell you what, if I could save myself a few grand and get all of this performance in a slightly cheaper package, oh my god, I would jump on it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I do test rides on a reasonably regular basis, so if you know you're going to be searching for a new machine, keep an eye on my playlists. And if you want to know more about the Street Triple RS, shoot me a comment and I'll do my best to answer it for you. Thank you again, guys. I will speak to you soon.